Debby is slowly moving across Florida this morning, and she's gone from a tropical storm to a tropical depression, but she still has brought heavy concerns to parts of Florida. Governor Rick Scott has declared a state of emergency, forcing thousands to evacuate their homes in some areas. A total of 25 inches of rain has fallen since just last weekend. And this morning, George Howell is live from Wakulla County, Florida, with more on Debby's damage. And George, it's my understanding this is one of the worst hit areas.
Lisa, indeed, this county alone, just over those few days of rainfall, saw some 25 inches of rainfall. And take a look at the result. You see this home here, what used to be a front yard is now a small lake, and you find that in many different places here in Wakulla County. Those low-lying spots where you see the water still there, still up high. In fact, near these rivers, many of the rivers here in this county cresting well above flood stage. That is where you see some of the biggest problems, Lisa. In fact, we spent some time with residents just the other day in one neighborhood. I say neighborhood, but it was more like a river with some 15 feet of water.
It's your own place, you know, of course, that's a little different.
Dodging power lines and low-hanging branches, we took a boat ride with Larry and Crystal Pesic as emergency crews took them through what used to be their neighborhood.
It's our road leads to Seminole Lane.
I just can't believe the current through here. I mean, the current is it's ripping.
And after passing several homes,
Could be just down here on the left somewhere. I don't recognize anything now.
the reality of what's left became painfully apparent.
Is our house there?
The Pesics evacuated, but officials in Wakulla County say crews had to rescue dozens from their homes.
The amount of rain that we had, the water levels came up so fast, some of the folks didn't have time to actually pack their things and move out, so they're having to do it after the fact.
Across Florida, people are returning to their homes to find out what, if anything, is salvageable. Debby made landfall late Tuesday and is headed for the Atlantic, but not before the storm drops another 4 to 8 inches of rain on top of the 2 feet that's already fallen in some places. The water rose to the second floor in some homes, but the Pesics are determined to start over, though they can't help but look back a little regretfully at all the hours they put into their house that they now have to rebuild.
We're safe.
God will get us through it.
Yeah.
So we also know that FEMA officials, they are on the ground. They will be out to help many of these residents, Lisa, who were affected.
George, quick question for you. I mean, is the sun out there yet? I mean, is it going to start to dry up, or is there still rain that's supposed to come through?
You know, it's deceiving. We will see sun. It looks like we will see the sun today, but the big story is still flooding, especially around those rivers. Many of the rivers a lot higher than they should be, and many of these residents taking as much precaution as possible to be safe.
All right, George, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.